Good morning. Let's begin the day with our drill sounds. I say, you repeat. A, apple, a. E, ed, e. I, itch, I. O, octopus, ah. U, up, Okay, let's do this bottom row here. We have T, ta, t. U, up, V, van, v. W, wind, w. X, fox, x. Y, yellow, y. Z, zebra, z. I just want to review these, the newest additions we've had. Remember, sometimes A can have an ah sound, like wash or squash. So let's say both of these. A, wash, ah. And A, squash, ah. We also have TCH, which is our trigraph that comes after a short vowel. So we have TCH, catch, ch. Very good. Okay, boys and girls, today we're going to build our word of the day, which is watch. So let's think about that, watch. Like to watch a movie or to wear a watch. Okay, so I hear w, I hear ah, and ch. So if you're not sure, let me just go ahead and show you this. Okay, what do you notice about this word? There's an A here, but does the A say ah? No, it's one of those tricky words where A is saying ah. So I'm going to write a little O here with the brev because it sounds like a short O, but it's still an A and it still has a short vowel sound. Ah is still a short vowel sound, so we use TCH in this word. So it's a little tricky because A is saying ah. It's still a short vowel sound, so we're using TCH. There's one vowel closed in by consonants. This is a closed syllable. Okay, so now I want to show you something that you're going to see me working with on this board that we'll be talking about this week is glued sounds. We've talked about ALL already. ALL says all. We've also got some more that we're going to talk about, and these are glued sounds. Glued sounds means it only gets tapped one time when we're tapping out our word. I'll show you what that means in just a second, and I'll do an example of that for you. But in your student notebook, remember that's the one with the castle? If you turn to page 5 in your student notebook, there's a whole page of glued sounds that tells you how each, shows you what each sound sounds like, okay? So we've already talked about ALL, ball, all. We also have AN, fan, an. AM, ham, am. Then we've got some NG glued sounds and some NK glued sounds. So I'm going to go through those real quick. ANG, fang, ang. ING, ring, ing. ONG, song, ong. UNG, lung, ung. ANK, bank, ank. INK, pink, ink. ONK, honk, onk. And UNK, junk, unk. If you want to take about 5 minutes or so to color in this page and color in the pictures that go with the glued sounds, it'll really help you to remember these in your brain. So when you're coloring ALL, you can say to yourself, ALL, ball, all. And you can color in the basketball, AN, fan, an. You can kind of color that in. It doesn't have to take you all day. It's not an art project, but it's just a quick little exercise that'll help you really stick these into your brain so you can remember what these sounds, what these glued sounds sound like when you're reading. Okay, remember when we're doing glued sounds, like in this word, pink, ink, is a glued sound. It just gets one tap. So for pink, when you're tapping that out, you'd say p, ink, pink. If I wanted to change pink to blink, I'll need B and L. So I have a blend at the beginning and then a glued sound. B, L, ink, blink. It's just one tap for the ink, for the glued sound. And let me show you what that looks like. Okay guys, so for the word pink, if we were gonna tap that out, we would say p, ink, pink. And if we had the word blink, we would tap that out as b, l, ink. Ink is getting one tap, okay? B, l, ink, blink. Let's say we were talking about our lungs. We breathe with our lungs. To tap out lung, we would say l, ung, lung. One tap for those glued sounds. The very last thing I'm going to show you today is just how to mark these glued sounds when we're writing them and Ms. Brown asks you to mark them. This is what we do, okay? So we always put a box around our glued sounds. And this word, pink, I-N-K, right here, is one of our glued sounds. So we're going to put a box around it. Okay, pink. Next one, where's our glued sound? If you look at your student notebook, N-K, so it's O-N-K. So I'm going to do a box around O-N-K to show my glued sounds. All right, what's the glued sound in this word? Land. You would tap this out by saying L and D, land. A-N, fan, an, there's our glued sound, A-N. Okay, what about this word here? Skunk. Yep, U-N-K is our glued sound, so we're gonna put a box around that one. Sing. I-N-G is our glued sound. If you're looking at the very last word here, this is think. To tap this out, we would say th, ink, think. TH is, what do we call, do you remember what we call this row of 2 or 3 letters that are stuck together that make one sound? TH is one of them. TH is a digraph, so we're going to mark that with one underline because it's, even though it's 2 letters, it's one sound. And then ink, there's our glued sound. So that is how we mark glued sounds when we're practicing.